I have to tell you that it's so interesting because there's so many different energies coming in and it's kind of like up and down. So sometimes you're feeling like, oh, I feel fantastic and great and optimistic. And then then you feel like down and tired and achy, and then you're back up again. And what I've come to find out, at least from my experience, because I'm moving forward on the guidance that I'm getting for myself as to what to do for my continued healing journey. That there's these up and downs, but it's an up and down with a graph that's going up. You have the little dips, but we're all moving in the higher dimension. Mary Mather, you have your hand up. Did you want to talk or something that on the chat? Do you want to just let me know if you want to talk before we get started, or did you want to put something on the chat? You have your hand up, so just let me know. Just let me know in the chat, just typing it, okay? All right. So, also too, I want to share an experience with you guys. And all of us are we're all being upgraded in our own way, and it expressed unique to us. But I will say what happened to me last week, and this was after the Sophia Code, which was Hathor, and very powerful, has to do with the throat chakra. And actually, on Sunday, when we had our Sunday service, I'm now automatically, when we sing the names of God, I'm going to recommend that everybody, if you choose to, put your fingers on your throat, especially the Adam's apple area, okay? Because understanding the throat chakra, of course, which is the blue waves, the will of God, okay, and understanding how powerful your vibration, your words, okay, the sound that comes from you, okay, is. And in the Bible, it says, and then there was the word. So the whole idea is that sound vibrations create. And now we come to a point of mastery where we're like, okay, we're aware of that. So now we're very careful as to what comes out of our mouths. We're careful of what thoughts we have because we understand the impact now. But now there's a new level. And now the new level is like, wow, I could really focus with a higher understanding of the throat chakra. My vibrations are rising. And so there are very specific things that I could do with this higher knowledge, whether that be manifestation or your song is a blessing to the world. Your song with intention can be to heal those that are suffering, or for those that are in fear, to unbind that, and have them. And we used this on Sunday, and it was very, very powerful, very powerful. So these are things now that we're coming into the awareness of our capabilities and what we're able to do. So when we do the Yod Hey Vod Hey, when we do the names of God at and during when we get to that section, if you choose to, just being aware of the vibrations that are coming from your throat chakra, and the color is royal blue. Royal blue. So, just real quick before we get started, I wanted to share an experience I had, and this was after the Sophia Code with Hathor. And that next morning, when I was in the state of theta, and theta is just before you go in between, you're not in a deep sleep and you're not quite awake yet. And in theta, many of us have had these um, experiences, whichever way that comes to you, and where you're contemplating and thoughts or ideas and so forth. For me, that's where I get like pictures. You could say little pictographs. They're more kind of grayish. Sometimes there's some color to it, but thinking so that was it. It was during this time. And it's not the first time I've seen faces of ascended masters or they send a message. Okay, but this time, what I saw was a real vision. In other words, it was like I was looking, if you can imagine, at a movie. And the movie, okay, the scene was this beautiful garland, like around, you would say, a frame. And the flowers were so amazing. I can't even describe. The colors were so vibrant. It was like Technicolor that I was just looking at the flowers, that how, and I was just calm, I was just observing, and the most brilliant of color that is undescribable, how vivid, I guess that's the word, how vivid, and they were emanating this energy, sort of like how when Mother Mary came and she gave that rose that emanated an energy. It was that kind of feel. And then in the middle was like a null, and it was like a grassy area, and there was standing, okay, a man in a robe, his hands like this. And I said, oh my gosh, that's Jesus the Christ. That's Jesus the Christ. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. I feel so humbled. So, and then another scene came after that, and it was a scene of an ocean, just the most blue, vivid ocean. And I saw, like if I was observing from up top, like a boat just going across this ocean. It had all the little white, things when it's moving up. But what was very interesting, very synchronistically, okay, I happened to hear from Ken. Okay, and Ken had a message for me. And you need to make sure it's pushed down all the way. Oh, okay, that's from Susan. She said it's flashing. It needs to be pushed down all the way. There's some. Thank you, Susan. Susan's everywhere. We love Susan. Right? Thank you so much. And I got a message from Ken, and he said, JC is waiting for you. I said, so yeah, this is all very real. That's all I can say. So very exciting. We'll see how it all goes. But put on your seatbelts because we're all being upgraded. We're all being, so don't be surprised. You say, well, nothing's really happening. I don't feel anything. And one day you wake up, your life has changed completely. So yeah, it's happening whether you're aware of it or not. It is absolutely happening. Okay, so we're going to get started here now. And yes, flowers are light language. Yes, indeed. Flowers are light language. Ooh, it was just so amazing to see the vividness of it all. All righty, we're going to get started now. And let's go to our prayers. But before we do, let's do a blessing on this Labor Day. And before we do that too, I do want to show the opening of the grids to other dimensional worlds. And as you may know, Dr. Hertak is going to be here. We're so excited about that in December. In December, it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. And all I can say also too, in September, just go online and see. I just can't even think of what it is now that we have. It's just so much wonderful things. But if you go on our calendar, you'll see some amazing things that are starting up. Ken is going to be here next week. So Ken Lloyd, he's not even a soul braid walking. I don't know what you call him anymore, but he is dedicated to his mission and it seems to be unfolding. So it's a free lecture on Thursday. So be sure to make that if you can. He has an amazing story to share. Okay, so let's just take a look at this here right now. And again, there goes the divine eye of which continually watches over us. Continually. And let's look at that pictograph. As they say, a picture paints 1,000 words. And I'm gonna pass that to you. And we're also going to do rose essential oil. And and just for everybody on Zoom, just intend the frequency of red roses. And we have little Max here too, just to show you. Okay, I am going to bring Big Max, who does vibrate to the Crystal Skull Max. This I got in England, and this is like an ET Max. So we're going to be working with this beautiful energy as well too. All righty, so everybody, let's take a deep breath. Blessed are they who seek the light, for light shall be given in greater measure. Blessed are they who give of the energy of light, for they shall know the increase. Blessed are the children of light upon the earth, for theirs is the reward of the redemption. For the children of light are given the work of lifting the planet out of its state of darkness through the increase of their own vibratory rate as it emanates from their being into the ethers. As ye are lifted, you will draw unto the self that one who seeks. The child of light is thereby the servant of the Most High, El Elyon. Amen, 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 and amen.